I love to hike, and I especially love hiking gear and hiking backpacks. I've gone through a few different backpacks and I definitely have my favorites. So today I wanted to talk to you about the features that I look for in a good hiking backpack. I want to share things that really set a backpack apart, if I'm buying a new one, what I actually look for and what I want, and some features that I really couldn't care less about. So I've got a couple of my favorites here today. I'm going to go through a few of their features and what makes them stand out. And one of the biggest and most important things for me are the straps. Especially waist straps, and even having waist straps. If a backpack does not have waist straps, I'm not buying it. I don't want it unless it's a really short little day hike or only a couple miles. But if I'm going for a longer hike, I need both a chest strap and especially a waist strap. This one is really nice because it has these little padding things here. And then you of course get the regular waist strap as well. This one is the one that I use a little more often, and this one has really nice big thick waist straps. I have my little capture clip on here and I'll get to that in a second, but this is really nice. It's adjustable. This one across my chest here as well. It's very comfortable. Of course, having thick regular straps with padding in them as well, very important. This one has that as well. Nice, big, thick, and comfortable. Having them be easily adjustable with little straps is important. You want your pack to sit more on your waist and not putting tons of weight on your shoulder. So I like to put it around my waist, tighten it real good so it's just sitting on my hips instead of putting a lot of weight on my shoulder, because that starts to hurt after only a very short period of time of hiking. So I definitely want to be able to put as much weight as I can on my hips and take as much off of my shoulders, and good straps is what really allows me to do that. So that is one of the most important things that I look for in a good hiking backpack. Now, my hiking backpacks don't have this feature, but a lot of them do, and that is having a little pouch here on the waist strap. Some even have it up here on the shoulder straps as well, but I think that is a really cool little feature. Now, like I said, I don't have that, so I can't really speak too much on it personally, but I think they are really nice for putting things like little snacks. If you can fit your phone in it, that would be great. That would be something I would upgrade a hiking backpack to, if it had a little thing big enough to fit my phone in it, because usually I just find myself sticking it in the pocket of my hiking pants, but that's not very reliable. It can fall out. So if I had a little zippered pocket here on my waist strap, I think that would be a really great feature to have. And like I said, I really do like big straps, but they do sometimes come with a little issue, and that's putting on my little Peak Design capture clip here. Most people put this on the shoulder straps, and I just can't do that because I have a larger chest. It's just not comfortable to me. So I do need to put it on my waist strap, and sometimes with the bigger straps, it doesn't really work too well. So I just have to be mindful of that, but it's not a make or break, but it does just make it really easy to carry my camera, and I will continue to keep using my Peak Design capture clip, even if it means kind of bending the straps a little to keep it into place. Next up is back ventilation. This one has it. As you can see, I can just stick my hand right through here. It allows for the wind to go through and air, and then this is all just like a mesh padding. This one over here, it has it as well. Stick my hand through here, allows airflow to go through because you get sweaty during your hike, especially your back with having this on it, carrying all that weight. So I really like having that back ventilation. It also provides stability, and these ones here have a bit of structure in them. Like, I can't fold this hiking backpack in half, and I really like that as well. Structure is very important to me. So that combination of having the back ventilation plus the structure, I think, makes for a very comfortable fit and allows for that airflow to cool you down a little bit better. And then another feature that I really like to look for is having pockets that are large enough for my big water bottles. As you know, I love my water bottles. I carry them everywhere, especially hiking. I definitely prefer to go with the water bottle route instead of a hydration pack or like a water bladder. So I definitely need to look for packs that have a big enough pouch for a large metal water bottle. This one has just one, which is usually fine because I'll also usually put them inside the pack as well if we need to carry multiple. But with this hiking backpack, these are just way too small for my large water bottles, so I don't like that about them. Like, look at how tiny this is. It would maybe fit a skinny water bottle or like a plastic one, but like I said, I like my really large metal ones to carry a large amount of water so I can keep ice in there and keep it cool. And I also just am scared of microplastics, so I avoid the plastic water bottles if I can. So this backpack here just does not have large enough pockets for my large water bottles, so what I usually have to end up doing is just sticking it right here inside one of the main pouches, but it's not the end of the world. It just makes for another added on step to where I can get my water bottle easily versus this one where I can just easily grab it out without having to unzip my backpack, grab it, put it back in, and zip it back up. So it's just a few extra steps, but not the end of the world. I also look for a large enough main area that can fit something like a small lunchbox and has room for all of my food and all of my supplies. So I don't necessarily need a bunch of tiny pockets, but I do really like a large main pocket. This one honestly is pretty good in the amount of pockets it has. We got the nice main one, we've got a little secondary one with more tiny pockets in here. So this is where I'll put things like blister bandages, medicine, safety items, or a knife. So I do like having a little bit of separation. Now I don't want just one big pocket. This one has that, and it does make it a little harder to separate things. So what I usually end up doing is getting a couple different Ziplocs. I'll organize it with medicine, first aid, emergency items, and I'll just keep them in Ziplocs, which honestly works out pretty well because I will switch between backpacks, and then I can just take that whole little Ziploc bag of my medicine or whatever from one backpack and easily transfer it to another without having to go through a million pockets, take out everything, switch it over. So it is a positive and a minus both at the same time. So I do like really having a large main pocket, but I do need just a couple little pockets as well. And this one's really interesting with the vertical zipper versus horizontal. I don't see that very often, and I don't really have a preference, but like I said, if it doesn't have any little pockets like this one doesn't really have, it does make it a little harder, but I wouldn't mind this vertical format if it did have a couple other smaller pockets. You can even get fitted for backpacks, especially if you're looking for a larger backpack that you would use for like a backpacking trip or for a multiple day trip. And of course, when looking for a good hiking backpack, you gotta make sure it fits properly. Do you like how it feels? Do you like the length of it? Do you like the size? Is it too long for you? Does it sit comfortably on your waist? Does it put too much pressure on your shoulders? Can you adjust it easily? Do you like the amount of pockets that it has? These are all questions you have to ask yourself before buying it, so definitely trying it on. So that's all very important, especially if you're looking for a larger bag like that. And then lastly is a little bonus slash something that's nice to have, but I don't necessarily need, and that is a rain cover and having a little spot for it. So both of these backpacks have it, and I didn't even realize it for the first little while of owning it. So they have a little zipper underneath here, and inside is the rain cover. So if it rains, you just pull this out, cover your bag up, and when you're done, you can just shove it back in here. This one, like I said, it has it as well. I was feeling around in the backpack and I'm like, what is this down here? And then I look and I'm like, oh, there is a little zippered pouch with a rain cover inside of it. So that is really nice, just a little bonus item to have, but not necessarily something that would make or break me buying a backpack. So those are all of my favorite features to have in a hiking backpack, and if I'm buying a new one, those are what I'd look for in a really good one. And I would love to hear what your hiking backpack must-haves are because everybody's different and prioritizes different things. So I would love to hear yours down below. And definitely make sure to go check me out on TikTok and Instagram because I post every day there, and I post a lot of hiking content, hiking tips and recommendations, packing my hiking bag and what I keep in it. So definitely make sure to go check me over there for more hiking videos. And if you're not already subscribed to me here, please make sure to do so. It would mean a whole lot to me, and thank you so much for watching.